Good. The assist goes to Hill.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie. And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a four-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
To the paint. Knocked loose. Stolen by Terry. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it, and it's good.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively, and this lead, I think, is headed up.
Here's Evans, following the score by Kansas. It's Hill on the wing, covered by Duncan. 5 on the clock. Hill drives in. Badgers shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw drops for Hill. Both shots good from the stripe.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line. And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Here's Freak. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. And it's 7 points for Freak.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Freak in at point guard. And it's Deadman in at the 4. Outside Conley. Gibson setting a pick for Conley. It's stolen by Calderon. And here we go. The Jayhawks with a fast break. And for the Badgers, Fisher is out there with Hill. And it's Wade in at the 5. Here's Hill. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Jayhawks leading by 5.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
And the Badgers with possession here. Following the score by Kansas, Conley gets the bucket. So Wisconsin ends up going with the new group. And we're through the... And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected a close battle. I don't think either side is going to be able to run away and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Freak, he's in at the point. Also Duncan out there. And it's Oubre in at the small forward.
And, guys, one big story that we have in this championship game is that a guy like Freak could boost his draft stock quite a bit. A win here could catapult him up the big boards of a lot of teams.
And, you know, while it's just one game, scouts will get a chance to see how he plays on the big stage. Knowing a player is at his best when the lights are brightest is a big plus in GM's books.
Here is Hawkins. Kicks it to Decker. His first shot coming late. No good. Jayhawks leading by 7. Here's Freak. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here is Hill. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Pass to Hawkins. There's a good screen. He feeds it to Decker. Hill kicks to Decker. Pick up by Hill. And there's the pass to Hawkins. 6 on the shot clock. The Badgers working the ball around now. Here's Evans. They get it again. Shoots over Oubre. Evans can't get that one to fall.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, it really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot. This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
And here we go. The Jayhawks with a fast break. It's stolen by Hill. And here they go. Here's Decker.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot.
1:41 left to play here in the second half. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Dawkins, and it's Walker in at the 2.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Jayhawks.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Jayhawks leading by 8. Here's Freak. Count that as his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
We've got 1:23 left here in the second half. Hawkins with it. That's short off the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Terry.
2 shots, gentlemen.
That's his first personal.
And that one misses. Kaminsky is checked in for Wisconsin.
At the line for 2.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Wisconsin trails by 10. 58 seconds left to play here in the second half. Decker kicks to Kaminsky.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
It's the first that brings them within single digits. Both teams will make substitutions. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 52 seconds left here in the second half of the game. Here's Freak. Passes it to Boss. He dishes it to Jenkins. There's the pick. Stolen by Conley. And oh, here we go. Conley, nobody back. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Second personal foul.
2.
Shooting for the Jayhawks. Tyson.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7. And the Badgers with some changes. Evans, he's checked in for Walker. Hill comes in for Peyton, and Hawkins subbed in for Fisher. And so he hits both. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the second half. And so they choose to intentionally foul. The Badgers making a switch here. Decker's checked in. And he commits the intentional foul.
And what a tremendous game for Freak. He's got 17 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
Not sure there's anything they can do to salvage this one.
Not anymore. I mean, any chance they had got away from them, slipped right out of their hand.
Now Fisher. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the layup.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Shooting for the Jayhawks.
And he makes the first of the 1-1.
2 shots. Substitution.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Here's Peyton. And again, it's the Badgers missing. Freak kicks to Frazier. Pass to Boss. Now here's Freak. And so the Jayhawks take the win. And what an incredible feeling it is for a team who's had to fight every step of the way. Right now, guys, there is no better feeling for them as they are the last team standing in this terrific tournament.
Kevin, you said, I mean, all the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears, now you see it paying off at this very moment.
There's been a ton of sacrifice along the way. I mean, from the kids and their parents and support staff. I mean, they've brought this school to the top of the college basketball world right now.
Well, it's been a blast to be with you guys and our great fans all tournament long. On behalf of the entire 2K sports team and this crew in particular, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us.